when I talk about technology in the Philippines, is a challenge. Most businesses here don't have a basic website, and if they do, it's broken. You have to have patience. This is the Philippines. It's just the way it is. Here's a perfect example. Here's Philippine Airlines. Looks like they've upgraded their site. This looks new to me. When you come down here, now I just tried it with a Safari. Now I'm on Chrome. I'm on a Mac. Type in right here. Let's just try Manila. Nothing happens. Hit enter. Nothing happens. Let's tab over. Just put. I mean, it's pretty easy, right? Nothing happens. I mean, it don't matter what you do. Try to change it. It don't work. Beautiful new website. Looks like they updated. There's only one problem. I mean, it's nicely laid out. It's modern. Oh, boom. There we go. Now, the way I got it to work before was I had to go over here and populate the date first. So if you start over here, come over here, populate a date, then you can come over here and type Manila. Well, now it doesn't seem to want to do it. So you like go to one way. Let's put a date in here from Manila. What can you do? This is brand new. Let's try multi-city. Manila. Bangkok. Let's see, then all of a sudden it populates and it shows up. It's just little things like this that realize welcome to the Philippines. If you're coming over here, what do you pack? 2 suitcases full of patience and carry-on full of shut the hell up. There you go. So Philippine Airlines, attention, your brand new site, and maybe they've had this for a while. It doesn't look familiar. It don't work. It just doesn't work properly. Oh, now we're seeing a drop down here. That's new. Your shit's not wired tight. It's a brand new Mac. I tried it on 2 browsers. Now we're actually seeing this. It's beautiful. If it would work. The problem is, what's the problem? It don't fucking work right. You don't need to get the people working on this because this is embarrassing. It's just unacceptable. I come here, boom, Manila, boom. I should be off to the races. And I'm frustrated. It's unacceptable. You can't tell me that I'm the only one having this problem. Brand new Mac, multiple browsers, same shit. Y'all get that fixed for me, please. Thank you very much. Contrast that to Cebu Pacific site. Okay, now Cebu Pacific in the past, their website used to be so jacked up you couldn't even order online. You just got frustrated. I mean, I'm talking years ago. The Cebu Pacific has come a long way. Let me show you this. Go to their site. Boom. One click. Manila to Cebu. Departing, returning. Look at there. You can even see the prices right there. Boom. Search flights. Well, wait a minute. I'm going to jump the gun on praising this site. I already did that. What's going on here? Okay, let's try it again. Returning on the 20th. Select dates. I don't know why I gotta hit search again, but whatever. So there you go. I'm off to the races. Let's give him one more shot here. I'm gonna give him one more shot. Honey, do you know that I'm in the YouTube business? I'm recording a screenshot and the audio is picking up right here. I'm not talking to you.
I'm just asking who you talk to because you no camera.
Do you see all these cameras? You see the camera, you see...
No camera that point to you that...
Okay, well, I'm sorry to confuse you. I wasn't talking to you, honey. Okay, so let's try this again.
All right.
But Cebu Pacific has come a long way from the days of me first using their site. I'll say 2013. Now, granted, that's 10 years ago. I got it, but everywhere else around the world, airline sites worked and Cebu Pacific's didn't. So they've come a long way. And it looks like this site's been upgraded since I don't know when they did it, but this doesn't look familiar at all because it's been 2 years since I've been on this site. But let's give it a shot. Now, right off the bat, there's too much screen real estate up here being wasted on pictures. This should be moved up right front and center. And this is a streamlined form, but what they're missing is the number of passengers. But let me just show you how much easier this is. Okay, look, they've got these little quick things right here. So say I'm going to Manila to Cebu, it auto-populates. We're leaving on the 1st, returning on the 8th. Now, there's an extra step right here, which is wasting my time to hit select dates. And then I go to this form. Now, I don't think this is a good idea because, pop-ups, nobody wants to see a pop-up. It would be much easier to just incorporate these blocks underneath the other form fields on the home page, right? But anyhow, so this pops up, at least to say my dates, search flights, and now I'm off to the races. So just to get to where I'm looking at flights and prices, that's pretty easy, right? That's pretty easy, but I'm against the pop-up. I mean, it would be better if they just put those forms here, click, 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 and it's auto-populated as one passenger. So if you're a lone traveler, you don't even have to change it. Click, 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 hit boom, hit search flights. I should be staring at them. So if I were in charge of this site, I would make those changes because nobody wants to see that pop up. A couple of times when I did it, it popped up and it didn't populate the dates, and I had to type the dates back in. Old browsers may not deal with pop-ups well, antivirus software, all that good stuff. So if I were Cebu Pacific, I'm digging your site. Let's just try to type in Manila. Look at there. Boom, it's right there. It's quick, it's fast. Let's try to type in Bangkok. Boom, it's quick, it's fast. Departing on 1, returning on 22. Okay, now this time it's doing good, so it held my dates. It's auto-populated 1 and hit search flights. That's pretty efficient. That's pretty efficient right there. Now I'm ready to go. I'm not going to go through the whole back end, but if you frustrate me, like on Philippine Airlines, just trying to look at flights and prices, I'm leaving, and I left. That's why I'm on Cebu Pacific right now. So if I had to give them any advice, this is too much screen real estate up here wasted on these beautiful pictures. Nobody gives a shit about that. What I care about is booking a flight. Okay, I know I'm going to Cebu. I know there's beautiful water, whatever. Take this thing here, move it up to here, and then underneath put those other form fields and take out that pop-up. That's what I would do. And Cebu Pacific seems to be good to go. Now, I'm not going all the way through the booking process, right? If I went all the way through it, I might have different opinions, but this is quick, easy to get to looking at flights. Philippine Airlines is not. So, it's all about time and getting things accomplished. So, kudos to Cebu Pacific site with a couple of little minor recommendations to take out a click. There we go. Some good chips. Yeah, folks, that's just my experience here, sitting here, just trying to look at flights, look at prices. Because a couple things. Number one, a lot of people, every traveler is different, right? And I'm going to be Captain Obvious here for a second. Everybody's different. Some people have brand loyalty to a certain airline. You know, historically, my brand in the States was Delta. Why? Because I was flying Delta back in the 70s, back when flying was fun. Back when people dressed up. It was like you were going out to a fine restaurant somewhere, going to a wedding. Flying used to be sexy. Now, if you're not my generation or older, you don't realize that. But it used to be classy. It used to be an event. I mean, you used to be able to smoke on airplanes, which I hated because it bothered the hell out of me, as a kid. But people dressed up. You didn't get hassled at security. It was a pleasure to get on board the plane. You used to get to meet the captain and the first officer. You get to look around the flight deck, the cockpit, whatever you want to call it, right? Kids would get these little toys, and I mean, flying in America, it used to be a wonderful experience. It really was. Keyword on used to be. And now it's stressful, and people are fighting on the airplane and just all kind of craziness. But that goes with the overall problems here on planet Earth. So anyhow, I still have brand loyalty to Delta. Why? Because I was flying it when I was, I don't know, 5, 6 years old. Other people don't. They're gonna shop based on what? Price. Especially here in the Philippines, people are shopping based on price. Okay. So what does that mean for sites that have problems getting a person to look at the prices and the schedules? Okay, they're doing research, they're shopping, they're comparing stuff, and if you make it difficult for them to pull up 2 browsers and compare prices and times and take notes, they're just going to go with the path of least resistance. That's not rocket science. You take any type of sales funnel, especially online, and you make it difficult, people are leaving. The less clicks it takes to get from once they land on your site until conversion, they click that button that charges their credit card, the more clicks you put in between that process, and the more frustration, the higher chance they're bouncing, they're out of there. It's an abandoned cart, whatever you want to call it, the terminology. They're leaving. Just like this morning, I got so pissed off just trying to look at flights. Here I am making a damn YouTube video about it. Little things like that is whether you're going to get the click or not. Again, being Captain Obvious. Okay, people ask me these questions all the time. What airline? Let me just contrast Cebu Pacific versus Philippine Airlines. My experience, typically, Cebu Pacific is cheaper, but I would say they're sort of like the Southwest Airlines in the States. Now I'm going from 20 years ago perspective, right? But Southwest Airlines, it's cheap. They get you there, but it's like a Greyhound bus with wings. In my experience, they're late. Well, that's Cebu Pacific. It's cheap, no frills. They're always late in my experience, at least domestically. Domestic routes, they're always late. They'll get you there, but with some frustrations, and don't plan on going to an interview 10 minutes after your flight. You ain't gonna make it. Philippine Airlines, on the other hand, it's more expensive, but it's not like a budget airline. That's my opinion. Maybe you have a different opinion. Leave it down in the comments. But if you have money, by all means, Philippine Airlines all day long. That's my opinion. If you're on a budget, well, just take Cebu Pacific. They're going to get you there. Friendly people, no problems. But, realize most of their flights are booked. They're late. My goodness. Try to go from Manila to Cebu. You have to go down to these gates in the waiting area down there. Before all this lockdown mess, there was standing room only. There's nowhere to sit. It's hot. It was just not a pleasant experience. Their gates in Manila, going to Cebu. Different frustrations, but that's my opinion. If you're not worried about money, Philippine Airlines. If you're worried about money, Cebu Pacific. They'll both get you there. There you go. What else can I say about this little video? Y'all got to get working on that website. Philippine Airlines, because it looks great. The form fields, it's laid out properly. You just have a functionality problem. They need to work on that functionality. Nobody's going to sit there and click on that and wait 10, 12 seconds for Manila to suddenly pop up and you didn't type in Manila. Get that fixed. Reliability, functionality, and speed. Because Cebu Pacific has got you beat on the speed. It's like click, click, click. It's like lightning fast, and that's, nobody likes sitting there searching for a flight. So time is precious, whether or not you're going to get that person as a passenger. Folks, hit that overstay road sign, get on board my train.